If you're confused about any of the following bias, levels, and entries, I have just the system for you, which is 80% automated and is going to give you exact clarity on the charts on any pair during any session at any time, so you can understand the direction that market is heading, exactly where you can get into that market, and then exact execution and entry confirmation, all using my DTG discount strategy systems. And I'm going to break down last week how we had 0 losses, 3 great wins, 1 to 2 trades, and how you can lock it in and start plugging in this strategy so you can start to find a little bit of consistency and clarity in your trading, right? And we're going to start with Monday here. Now, Monday has become a bit of my speciality. For the last 3 or 4 Mondays in a row, I have taken my trade, made profit, and finished trading for the week. Now, I'm not saying that's something you have to do, but that is the position I'm in currently with my trading, with my journey. I look for 1 position per week to get me into profit. I take that profit and then I call it a week. I enjoy my freedom. I go out and spend time with my family and don't focus on the charts until the following week. Now, how do we figure out, where do we start? Basically, where do we start with the system? And it's very clear. It's very simple. I'm going to show you exactly what we do right here. I do have some pre-drawn levels on the chart because this is exactly where I drew my structure levels from. So I just want to show you that exact level just in case I see something different today during backtesting. But basically, right here during the first window, I have trading windows, as you can see, first window, mid window, second window. You'll learn all about that in the DTG Academy anyway. So don't worry if any of this is confusing. You will learn it. You will become very clear on this whole strategy. Trust me, it's very simple. So we don't get much of an entry here. We do get some buy signals, but as you can see, we don't have any confirmation yet because we need a discount level to trade off, right? So as we push into the mid window, we have a bullish bias right here, okay? And we have structure to draw our discount level from, which is this low in the market. As we've pushed up here, we've created this high, a higher low, and then we created a higher high and we started pulling back. Now, this is where I draw my discount from, which is from that low to that high. And now during this mid window, the second opportunity that we get here in a day to look for an entry, we want price to come back down and reject this and then give us an entry, right? So if I just fast forward that a little bit, we can see we tap into it, we start rejecting, we push off, and then we get a buy signal. If you look over in the right, we have entry, stop loss, take profit 1 and take profit 2. We put our entry right here, our stop loss there, and we let that play out, boom, either here or here. In this instance, because this is my first trade of the week, I took a 1-to-1 here. If I take my first trade of the week and it is a break even or a loss or a small loss, the next trade I will hold for a 1-to-2. But this one being my first trade of the week, I just like to lock in a 1-to-1, take the profit and be done with it, right? Be done with it. So as we can see, price absolutely smashes that there. Beautiful move, 84, 85 pips, 1-to-1. And does give us a little bit extra here. If we have a look, we do get in the end, I think, a 1-to-5. Doesn't quite give us a 1-to-2 at that point, right? You can see it comes back down to entry. And if you was in this trade holding for a 1-to-2, you would be getting out at break even right here. Okay, so that is the first trade on Monday. That is the only valid setup on Monday, right? There is more entries here, but these are not valid because we need discount. Like I said, there's no discount here. We do tap into this discount again, but this discount is now invalid for this setup because we've already had the move based on this structure. All right, and again, once we capture that one move for the day, we're calling it a day anyway. You're not looking to jump in on that. But I think this trade does end up playing out for a 1-to-1 or 1-to-2 anyway. But moving on to the next day, actually, you know what? I'll show you my results from that. This is the results from this week, 2,115 right there. The results from last week, right here. Last week, 975 profit right there. All right, beautiful. That's me done for the week last week. Moving on to Tuesday, there is no trades for us here on Tuesday because what happens during the first window, during that pre-London session, we have this huge sell-off. Now we do have a higher time frame discount level that price bounces into here. You can see the structure that I drew it from here and over here. Higher time frame discount level based on higher time frame structure. So it may look a little bit confusing right now while I'm looking on the 15-minute, but if you go to a higher time frame, it makes complete sense. So we do sell off right down into this higher time frame discount area. Sorry guys, a little bit of a cough here. And we also do have external bullish divergence, right? External bullish divergence from this level. From that low there to this low there. We have lows and lower lows. And on the chart, we have higher lows, or a low and a higher low, right? Bouncing into this discount zone. That's the important part, right? So that's the bounce there. I didn't take any entries off this. There was some members who did take entries off this, but personally I didn't, as I already took my trade over here. Going into then Wednesday, we can see right here again we have a bullish bias. Okay, well, let's just wait until we cross over. Right now we're in the first window. We have a bullish bias in the top right, as we can see, bullish. So we're only looking for bullish continuations, right? Now, what we do have here also is liquidity, right? If we draw out this liquidity right here, this is from the DTG liquidity levels indicator, right? You get access to this when you join the team. This plots all of our liquidity levels on the chart automatically. We got a couple in this area. We have 2 here, and we also have 1 here just above it as well, right? So we have bullish liquidity. We also have a discount zone from this low into this high, because this is the structure low right here. You can see we're getting higher lows, and from this point where we made this high, okay, we then retrace back down into this discount area right here. We can see, beautiful. We're rejecting. We then grab that liquidity, right? We then grab bullish liquidity as well. So we're tapping into discount, grabbing bullish liquidity. We have a bullish bias. Let's see if we can get an entry, which we do right here. We do get triggered. And this is the important part. We actually get triggered here and we see in a little bit of drawdown, right? You can see that we get a little bit of drawdown there. But using the DTG trade management techniques, which you will learn once you join the DTG Academy, what we can do here is manage this trade. So once this candle closes bearish, it doesn't actually break any structure. So we're creating lows, higher lows, and higher lows. So although this candle closed bearish, it still created bullish structure. So what we can do is move our stop loss from this low around about 55 pips up underneath that low about 35 pips. So we're managing the trade there. We're going to, if this ended up hitting our stop loss, we've, taken a much smaller loss than we initially intended if we had our stop loss down here. But what happens? Price absolutely flies to our take profit 2, over 100 pip move right there. And again, all we did was have a clear bias, which was bullish. So we're only looking for buys. We then need discount, which we have right here. Price rejects this discount area multiple times, as well as then grabbing bullish liquidity to stack that confluence. And I think, no, that was it. And that's the trade. That's the trade for Wednesday. Like I said, once we have that trade, once we hit that take profit level, that is us done for the day. I'm not looking for more entries, although price does come back down and bounce off this discount level again. And we do get a bit of reaction here, and price eventually, we bounce in multiple times, a lot of consolidation, but that is, we don't need to worry about that anymore, right? We took our trade, we got a 1 to 2, over 100 pips, following the system. So this day is done right here. You're not chasing, if you miss this, you're not chasing any other entries over here. That is part of the system. That is part of our rules. And then we move on to the next day. And what happens here is very similar to what happened on Tuesday, right? Tuesday and Thursday, both days beginning with T. Is that a coincidence? I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But price ends up selling off quite heavily again. There is no entries for us anyway here. No discount, nothing like that. no valid entries. Then during the second window, we have a huge sell-off. So nothing for us that day, no valid setups for us to take. Then coming into Friday, right, we have some more setups here. Nothing happens here because we have a bearish bias, but we don't get any bearish discount and a bearish entry. So no setup during the first window. Price then pushes up. We actually break structure. We create a new high in the market over here. So this is the high that we use now that we move into the mid window to draw our discount. The move starts here, which creates this new high. So we're going to draw our discount from this low to this high. Now we need price to come back in and give us an entry. Okay, that is what we're waiting for. That is the only way we take a trade. Until then, we set an alert right here at this level and we continue on with our day. That is the beauty of the discount strategy. We then push up, then we pull all the way back, and look at this, guys. This is actually absolutely beautiful. We tap into this level just once by just the tiniest amount right there, by a few pips, two or three pips. We tap into this discount level, we reject, and we start pushing up. We get a 15-minute signal, but it doesn't get triggered. You can see over here it says active, signal status active. But once that gets triggered, it will say triggered. And what happens next? It goes to invalid. Okay, invalid. So the 15 wasn't a valid entry. So that means we move up to the 30-minute time frame. Now we can see we get a 30-minute signal, which we do. Beautiful. Your stop loss would be there. Your take profit would be here. 1 to 2 in one single 30-minute candle for, again, almost 100 pips right there. You can see as well, entry, stop loss, take profit 1, take profit 2, right on the chart for you. Just absolutely beautiful. And you actually get much more of a move there, I think. 250 pips. And guys, that is it. That's Friday done. And that is the week done. So you can see there 3 beautiful winning trades using my discount strategy, using simple discount levels, bias, entries. Pretty much all of it is automated for you. You just have to learn how to draw the discount zones, which I teach you exactly how to do within the DTG Academy. And it is very simple. It will take you 2 minutes to understand how to draw these levels. And you're going to be away trading the discount strategy, everything automated. You have your alerts on TradingView. So you can set the indicator, the V6 indicator right here. This is what gives you your buy and sell signals. You can set alerts on TradingView, as you can see right here. I get alerted when there's 15-minute signals and 30-minute signals. Where is it? Right here, 30-minute, right? So you get alerted. That alert also then goes straight to your phone from the TradingView app. You can actually see I've got one on my phone right now. I don't know if you can see this. No, you can't see that. But you get alerted straight to your phone, 30-minute signal, potential setup. So you know, comes straight to your charts. Do we have a bullish bias? Do we have a bearish bias? Do we have discount? And we have an entry. Beautiful. Let me set my my buy sell stops. Let me set my take profit, blah, blah, blah. And then you walk away and you carry on again. This is the beauty of the discount strategy. And although you can see last week was a little bit choppy, right? For the most part, we did have some moves. We were able to capture the exact volume in the market perfectly every single time. You can see this move right here. You can see consolidation, consolidation. If I just zoom in on that, this was on the 15, but we're looking at on the 30. Consolidation. Then as soon as the market moves, we're in on that move. We miss out the consolidation and we get in when the market moves. Same thing over here. Consolidation, consolidation. We get in when the market moves. Then once we get out, the market stops moving again. Same thing again over here. Heavy consolidation. We get in as soon as the market moves. We get out. This one does carry on for a little bit longer, but when we get out, look what happens. Consolidation again. Right? So this is the beauty of trading these institutional discount levels. Very powerful, very simple. And if you want to plug this in, the link will be down below in the description. If you have any questions, please let me know in the comment section. Like and subscribe to the channel for more videos like this and learn how you can use this discount strategy yourself. We have many members here. We have had one most recently. Passed another stage 1 in one trade. He passed his stage 1 funded account right here in one trade, right? And we have endless amounts of member profit just like this. Done for the day. This guy made 1,700 in one day. Yeah, simple, guys. Simple. This guy made, again, same guy made over 7,000 in 1 week off a $5,000 account, right? Insane results. You can check the testimonials as well. All the testimonials are there. It just works. That's all I can say. This system, this strategy, these levels work, and you want to get in on this before I really start to up the price on these systems, because essentially what you get access to is the systems right here, the indicators, right, which tell you everything. Basically, they tell you the bias, they tell you when to buy and sell, they give you the specific trading windows to trade when you're going to see high volume. They give you liquidity levels, automated. They give you everything. So if you want these systems, come and join us. I'll see you inside. Much love. God bless. Have a great day. Have a great week. Stay safe.